myself. Oh, good. Thanks for helping me out, folks. I'm glad I popped back over here. Hi, Kathy. Um, so what I was saying is that would help. One of the critical errors in uh, broadcasting, right? So what I'm saying is this group is completely free. I dropped the link into the comments there so you can see it. Isa is our admin person. She's going to be putting in some amazing information for you. And then the certified holistic pet health coaches and students are going to be designated as group experts. And so they're going to pop in, offer you some information. And I was talking about Lancet here, who's got a 17-year-old Shih Tzu that needs a dental again, but it's too old to go through under anesthesia. Or at least that's what the vet's saying. She's been on a raw diet and is maybe having some GI stuff, and kind of a couple of things going on. So Rena popped in again, one of our holistic pet health coaches, talking about the fact that many pets, as they get older, will end up with digestive process problems. And so what used to work maybe doesn't work so well. And that's part of why I recommend home cooking for pets, because it can really be a game changer for these guys. If it's easy if we get a diet that's easy for them to digest, it really can make a difference in how that pet feels. So one of the other things that has been super useful is a CC loops. And if you're not familiar with these, I just dropped a link in there. But essentially what these are pulsed electromagnetic frequency devices that you can purchase and then use at home. And then, so for a really sore mouth, you would just put that over the dog's head or face. This one's 20 centimeters for a Shih Tzu, really you could put it over their necks, and that will help the entire face and head have increased blood flow to help with healing, but also will improve comfort level dramatically. So that's something to consider. Of course, our friends over at CBD Dog Health, we cannot strongly recommend enough CBD Dog Health's products, because they just have been wonderful at improving pain. You may also find that the pain relief is one thing, but you may also find that there is some improvement in the cognitive abilities. So check those out as well. Just for ease of administration, I'd consider using the Heal product, because it is going to have no essential oils. It's very concentrated. So if you're having difficulty getting things in the mouth, you can apply it to the outside of the ear, the part with no hair. And that way 1 or 2 drops could do some really amazing things. Now, Wendy is asking about her baby Ariel, who's been diagnosed with congestive heart failure. And I'm so sorry to hear that. So it sounds like you're kind of jumping up the medication ladder, and she's also getting some omega-3 fatty acids, kidney gold, so maybe there's some kidney problems going in there, in CoQ10, and then some really pretty significant GI issues. So I'm so sorry to hear about this. But what I would consider doing is using a really fairly high dose of CoQ10. So for this baby, who looks like she's maybe 15, 17 pounds, I would consider 400 milligrams of CoQ10, and then also a Hawthorn product, because Hawthorn is a great herb to use to support heart function. And it can be really helpful because it also acts as a mild positive inotrope. So there's a couple of products you can choose. One is Wise Woman Herbals, makes a great one. And then we've got another one on the site from our friends over at Amber Naturals. The cool thing is that it is combined with dandelion, so that may offer a little bit of a diuretic without the side effects of the medication. So hoping that things go better for Miss Ariel, Wendy. I know that's a tough one. And then I can't say enough about home cooking. I'm not sure what you're feeding, but gentle, um, really pre-digested food from slow cooking, I think, is the way to go for many of these guys that are so sick. But really, if I would reach out to one of our coaches so that you get the support you need, uh, and somebody to really walk you through the process and sort of help you get through this difficult time. And really, that's so important to have somebody in your court backing you up. So hope that makes sense. Let's see who else is asking some questions here. Got some posts about food is and Christy's asking about her coton. And yeah, what is a bubbler? So, what you can do is make batches of food and freeze them into 1 day portions so that she's eating something a little bit different every day. So see if that helps. And Jessica, this is an absolutely adorable photo. Um, so lots of GI stuff going on in this 10-month-old pup. This is something, and yeah, and metronidazole, I agree, is not a good plan long term for sure. So what I would consider doing is going through and looking at food sensitivities at this point, because that's likely part of what's going on here. And that's where doing something like the Glacier Peaks Holistic Life Stress Scan test can be super helpful as far as figuring out what your dog is or is not sensitive to. And then really kind of drilling down from there. I would consider looking at a panel with your vet, seeing if they can do like a fecal PCR test and really drill down on what's creating the issue there. And then that's us here. And then I think that's kind of it for our questions for this week. But I hope that is helpful so far. Any questions that for those of you that are here live that you've got or need some help with? Happy to answer them as we go. So for those of you that are not familiar with our coaching program, I really would, if you are looking, it's not a super easy course. If you haven't looked at it before, I really would love for you to have a peek at it. But it is a 16-week program. If you are accepted into the program, and we are looking for people that have had experience working with animals, so groomers, pet sitters, dog walkers, boarding kennel owners, pet store owners. And then the other thing that's really cool is that the course is approved for 40 hours of continuing education credit for veterinarians and veterinary technicians within the US and Canada. So the course itself is again 16 weeks, and we'll teach you how to create a business, how to start reaching out to people to let them know what you're doing. And then you will have weekly calls with your mentor. The first step is to make sure that you're getting access to all the materials that you need access to. And then the second call is to walk you through a consultation process with one of your own pets. And then from there, the calls are whatever you need. What do you need help with? And Hayo decided she needed to join for a few minutes and get her head in the show. And Then as you work through the material, there's a module each week after the first couple that deal with both traditional Chinese veterinary medicine and functional medicine, and then weekly coaching calls with me. So if you have any interest whatsoever, excuse me, we would love to see you join us. And I'm going to drop a link where you can get some more information. Go check that out. And since I'm not seeing any questions pop up, that's what I got for you this week. Take good care and give all your pets a big hug for us.